we took the leap of faith of both quitting our jobs. I quit my 9-to-5. I actually had my child, so I was technically on maternity leave. And my husband quit his concrete job, and we dove full-time into doing flips. Now, before we just did one a year.
What is up, you guys? Matt McKeever here, and so in this video, we're going to sit down with Flip London again. Jacquie in particular. Stefano was too busy trying to get caught up on their renovation timeline, but Jacquie sat down and just kind of dived into their backstory. How did they make the leap from being part-time flippers to leaving their day job and doing this full-time? How did they go about just getting comfortable with that idea and making the leap? Well, we're going to dive into it with Jacquie in this video. If you guys are enjoying this video series with Flip London, if you want to see me do more videos with them or more videos with flippers in general, smash that like button and be sure to share this on social media. Sharing is caring. It's the only way I get new subscribers. Otherwise, let's just hand it off to Jacquie and dive into their backstory and how they all got started.
So, our backstory. Sorry, Steph's just working away there. We're already behind schedule, so I'll just let him do his thing. I used to work full-time in life insurance and investments. I was on the administrative side, so I was white collar for, I don't know, about 6 years out of college, and met Stefano during that time. We got married during that time, and he, when I met him, was working as a heavy machine operator for a concrete company. And it was very long hours. He would leave at like 5 or 6 in the morning and sometimes not come home till like 10 o'clock at night, just depending on their day. As it's seasonal, so they only have a summer pretty much to make their year's worth of money. So when we decided to have a family and start our own family, we kind of looked at, well, my 9-to-5 works well in a family setting, and you know, yours doesn't really work well. If you ever want to see your kids, if we have them, kind of a thing, working your job and your hours isn't going to be ideal. Well, while we were married, my husband had already been doing this before he had met me, but he doing it once a year because he was single and could live in the house. He would buy a home and then renovate it in the winter months when he wasn't working his concrete job. And then he would like move out and sell the home. Well, I mean, it was working for him and he was doing really well at it. So we kind of said, why don't we give that a try as a couple? You know, I always loved trading spaces growing up, TLC, HDTV, you know, the Chip and Joanna. That was kind of what we can do that. Like, we can totally do that. So we did one house together, and it was a huge success. Like, I think he made double of what he normally made on his prior homes. So we kind of said, we can make the money. If we can make the money with you not having to work the hours that you're working, then let's do that. And so we took the leap of faith of both quitting our jobs. I quit my 9-to-5. I actually had my child, so I was technically on maternity leave. And my husband quit his concrete job, and we dove full-time into doing flips. Now, before we just did one a year, and we were kind of saying if we can make this work for our family, to support our family, we would probably have to do at least 3 to 4 flips a year to be financially secure, kind of a thing, and save for retirement and whatnot. So that's kind of our backstory. Where, like I said, he's a jack of all trades. I guess where he's learned majority of this is from his father. His father built every house his family has ever lived in, and we owe a lot to him teaching Stefano, but also just kind of doing it on your own and being resourceful. Like, we've always kind of done this on our own. When he's ran into issues, he's the person, he's always solving problems. He's a problem solver, is what I say. All day, you come up across issues inside the house, and they're these old Victorian homes, and you know, it's rotted or whatever, something weird's in behind the wall, and he's always coming up with these genius ideas to solve the problem, and he's able to do it on his own. Being resourceful is also like a huge thing. Is if we called everybody and anyone to come and help us and pay for everyone to come and do majority of the stuff we do on our own, we wouldn't make money. So that's another big thing, is he's super resourceful and able to do majority of this stuff on his own. First flip we did together was on Linwood Street. So it's not in your best area of London. It's more like closer to Fanshawe College. So you got a lot of students kind of in that area, lower income kind of area, a lot of crime in the area. So people are kind of like, why are you flipping a house? Like, the whole thing is, yeah, you can make it look really nice, but you can't always, you have to sell on location a lot of the times. But we got a really good deal on the house, and we originally thought that we were just kind of going to do more of a lipstick flip to it. And then when we start peeling things away, it became more, okay, no, this became a huge gut. We actually ended up gutting the entire house and renovating it top to bottom. And we actually renovated it more in the sense of a style of if someone who was potentially going to be buying the house as buying it and then doing like a room rental kind of a situation, just due to the location. And so we set the home up and also put finishes in the home that would appease to that kind of resale. So we didn't put it in the high-end finishes. The area didn't call for it. We, made the bedrooms really ideal layouts for upstairs and downstairs. So there was 4 bedrooms in the end of it, in that home. A bathroom upstairs, a bathroom downstairs, with a big central kitchen that also had like a separate entrance. So it was super ideal for someone who was going to purchase and rent out, and that's exactly what happened. After we renovated it, we debated actually having a real estate agent sell it, and this is the first and only home that we did this for, but we used ComFree to sell the house. It was really difficult. They say it's really easy. But it's definitely worth investing your money in a real estate agent to sell your home. I think we were on market for probably like 2 or 3 weeks longer than what we should have been, which 2 or 3 weeks isn't that long, but it is when you're looking for your paycheck at the end of the day. Yeah, exactly. So every week that goes by, you have holding costs, you have utility bills, you're paying your insurance bills. It's also just a liability, right? Like no one's staying at our properties. We do have insurance on our properties, but obviously it's more ideal. The quicker we can get out of our sale, the better. The quicker we get our money, and also the quicker that we can move on to our next project. So, because we're not usually ones to run 2 projects at one time, obviously for financial reasons, we finance a lot of our stuff on our own. And we do have private lenders as well, but again, private lenders, their percentages are insane, so you have to be careful with that. But back to the flip, we sold with ComFree, and a girl who was going to Fanshawe and Western ended up buying it, and her parents, I think, ended up buying it for her, and her cousins and a few of her friends were going to move in, and they were all going to Fanshawe and Western. So we saw that opportunity, we executed it, and it ended up selling basically as how we had planned. So, and again, we got that property for a really good price, I think just due to its location, and it was really run down, the property itself. Also, it wasn't on the market when we purchased it. We came across it off the market. A real estate agent that was a family friend kind of brought it to our attention. So we had a really good price gap there. And that's why we said, if we do fully renovate this place and make it a really ideal rental, someone will purchase it in this area for just that. And that's what happened.
Thanks again to Jacquie and Stefano so much for letting me walk through their flip project here in London, Ontario. I'm pretty sure they're actually the first flippers I've ever had on my YouTube channel. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you'd like to see more with them or just more with flippers in general, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new to my channel, and definitely check out the other videos YouTube wants you to check out. And until next time, remember, making money is a team sport. There's more than enough money in this world for us to all make it, but if you're not saving it, what's the point, guys? Thanks. Bye.